Plenty to talk about on today's Golden State Warriors today, but before we get started, look at the figures here to my right. We're 8 people away from 55,000 subscribers. Who's going to be the person that gets us to 55K? If you're looking for year-round Warriors coverage, lock us in and subscribe now. So over the last couple of years, we've been talking about what the Warriors are bereft of on this roster, what they really need, what's missing. It's a center, right? That's why Golden State and Bob Myers drafted James Wiseman a couple of years ago, because they understood that moving forward, they were very thin in that front court. And that reared its ugly head against the Los Angeles Lakers in the second round of the playoffs, when Kevon Looney was the only center on this team who was getting any run. Don't you dare tell me that JaMychal Green is a center. He's not. Can JaMychal Green fulfill that 5 role at least a little bit? Yeah, maybe. Is Draymond Green a center? No. Was he thrust into that role? Yes. Here's the point. Golden State, in order to maximize this Steph Curry window of him still playing like an MVP at 35 years old, needs to fortify that center position. Could they do it with the man below me in Joel Embiid? Could the Warriors consider trading for Embiid, who might be unhappy with the situation in Philadelphia? Stephen A. Smith with this, and this is what started some of this conversation here after the Sixers had fired Doc Rivers. Joel Embiid was not happy Doc Rivers got fired. I'm not guessing, I'm telling you. And Daryl Morey confirmed that Joel Embiid was not happy with Doc Rivers getting fired at his press conference when he was fielding questions from the media talking about that. So there's that. There's also a team that's been monitoring this situation very closely, and it's right outside of Philadelphia. It's in New York, and that is the New York Knicks. They have been waiting to see if Embiid tries to force a trade, and is Embiid waiting to maybe request a trade, depending on whether or not James Harden comes back, because reports indicate that James Harden is going to go back to the Houston Rockets. So this coming from the New York Post, there have been whispers that Embiid could want out of Philadelphia if free agent to be James Harden goes back to the Rockets, as has been rumored. But Embiid, who was once repped by Knicks president Leon Rose, is under contract for 3 more seasons. If Embiid wants out, and he doesn't want to go to the Knicks, you know a team he could want to play for? It's the Golden State Warriors. You know who could extend this dynasty? It's Joel Embiid. You know who has a couple of pieces that could entice the Sixers into making a move? It's the Golden State Warriors. Should the Warriors trade for Embiid? Let me know down below. T for trade, P for pass. Now, what would a trade look like? This Warriors roster, while they do need to make some additions to the team, they do have some viable trade assets that could be attractive to the 76ers. We'll get to that coming up around the corner, but first, today's Golden State Warriors today is sponsored by Bird Dogs, my favorite shorts on the market. It's not even close. I love the built-in liner on their shorts because with that liner, I'm able to go out on runs, but it also keeps everything intact, if you know what I mean. BirdDogs.com, promo code CHAT. Upon making your first purchase, you get a free Yeti-style tumbler. You know what they say, dress for the job you want, not the job that you have. But what if you're not sure what the day will bring? That's where Bird Dogs comes in. As a viewer of Warriors today, you know I value versatility in all aspects of life. Kind of like how the Warriors value the versatility of Draymond Green. And Bird Dog shorts and pants are the perfect example of that. With summer weather upon us, I've been wearing Bird Dogs on the golf course, to meetings, out with the homies, and just hanging out with friends, as well as doing shows here on Warriors Today. With Bird Dogs, you'll never have to worry about changing your outfit midday again. Plus, this is my favorite thing, their stretchy fabric makes them more comfortable than any other shorts or pants out there. If you're ready to try them out for yourself, experience the comfort of Bird Dogs, promo code CHAT, and when you make that first purchase, a free Yeti-style tumbler is also coming your way to keep your drink cold or hot, depending on what you're sipping. As for what the Warriors could give up for Joel Embiid, I've talked about it a little bit, especially on that show over the weekend. You think about the trade chips that the Dubs have, and this is an NBA analysis trade idea, where the Warriors receive Embiid And then the Sixers get Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, and 5 first-round picks. That includes 2 pick swaps. You could throw Andrew Wiggins in there. You could throw Moses Moody into that equation. So there are a couple of players here that the Sixers might ask for back in exchange for Embiid. Here's what NBA Analysis had to say about that deal. If the Warriors add Embiid, they'll be title favorites. His inside-outside dynamic with Steph Curry should be unguardable. Yes, there's a downside here. The Warriors will be without control of their first-round pick for a very long time, but who cares? They're adding Embiid. And honestly, who cares if you're able to win another championship or 2? You worry about the rest later because Steph Curry is 35 years old. He ain't getting any younger. So who wins this trade? GSW for the Warriors, PHI for the 76ers. Embiid did win MVP this past year. His value is probably never going to be as high as it is right now. He led the NBA in scoring for the 2nd consecutive year, added 10 rebounds, is one of the better defenders in the game. He can guard positions 1 through 5 when he's healthy, although that lateral speed was certainly affected against the Celtics with that knee injury that he played through. And for Embiid, look, it all came together, and he's gotten better each of the last 3 years, and really every year that he's been in the NBA. Injuries are a little bit of a concern, but actually over the last 2 years, Steph Curry has missed more time than Joel Embiid, and he plays through those injuries, which I do give him credit for. Why I like this trade for the Warriors, and I like it better for the Warriors than I do the Sixers. If I'm the Sixers, I'd ask for more. It's because the Warriors would get the best player in this trade, and that's what you're looking for. If they don't envision a scenario in which Jordan Poole is a part of this team and they want to trade him away, you're trading away Jordan Poole in part with Jonathan Kuminga and picks to get back Joel Embiid. Like, the Dubs win that deal, no doubt. And the Sixers get a 20 points per game scorer in Poole who's not afraid to shoot from anywhere. And then a guy in Jonathan Kuminga who they can mold into a very good wing player over time. And according to reports, Kuminga wants out if not given a bigger role. And that's a topic of conversation that we've talked about a lot here on the show. And if the Dubs think that they can get good value back, it's hard to get back better value than a Joel Embiid. Are the Warriors NBA Finals favorites if they get the reigning MVP? Y for yes and for no. How about this Warriors lineup here? Their depth, they would certainly need to address that. They would dip their toes even further into that luxury tax. Getting rid of the contract for Jordan Poole allows you to at least absorb that Embiid deal a little bit, but he's making a lot of money, $40, $50, $60 million. But Embiid, Curry, Clay, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, this isn't only an offense that would be really good. It's a defense that would also be really, really good. Now, we're going to continue to keep you in the know with all things Warriors all throughout this offseason. That's why you got to subscribe to the show. We appreciate all of you for being here. We'll catch you next time here on Dubs Today.